Oh, you guys, hi. Welcome
Hello.
back. This is Gabby, everyone. This is my sister.
Hello.
I'm really excited to have you.
I'm so excited to be here.
Gabby was a little bit nervous that I was in a little bit of a funk for today's episode.
And why don't you tell everyone why you're in that funk?
I will.
Okay.
I will, Gabby.
All right.
So, I have just gotten back from the dentist where I've received a horrible diagnosis. The prognosis is not good. And I'm in a funk about it.
Well, Brooke, you don't always have to be a star.
I know, but you do if you are going to be in the biggest boy band in the world. I gotten so worked up that I had thrown up on myself in my stroller. In my 14-year-old self, I said, those are hot men. And look at them now. They're like babies. That was kind of just like a casual interest, which I guess maybe a little bit more than casual. I think I need Invisalign.
Oh, I did Invisalign.
No, but here's the thing. This is why I'm in a funk. I don't care about... Gabby has Invisalign.
I have Invisalign right now, so she's freaking out about her Invisalign.
No, it's not because of what you're... Gabby's
And you
freaking
can
out
imagine
about
how
it.
I'm feeling.
No. This is not the thing. This is the thing. Gabby's freaking out about like the actual Invisalign. I don't care about that. I don't mind it, okay? My issue is that 2 years ago, I went to the orthodontist because I have so many spaces in between my teeth. And I originally I never thought about my teeth, didn't think about the spaces because I was so focused on other things about my body that my teeth were like the last thing I was thinking about. And then people on TikTok let me know that I should start thinking about my teeth once I got on TikTok.
Because of horse mouth.
No, it wasn't even horse. It was just like, because people love to comment like horse emoji on all of my stuff. Because like in my family, we have like horse mouth, which is fine. Like I think there are beautiful people with horse mouth.
Yeah.
And that actually does not affect me. So it was not the horse issue. It was not the horse issue. It was the spacing issue. So I went to the Invisalign lady to get Invisalign, and she was like, I think you can just get your teeth bonded, which is when they like fill in the gaps with like kind of fake teeth. So then I went to the dentist, and that's what I have now, which is why my teeth are giving like Wallace and Gromit. Because it's like these two teeth shouldn't be as big as they are, but there's just like extra teeth filling the space. So that's how I've been existing for the past few years, as existing as Wallace and Gromit. Now, the dentist today, because I haven't been obviously in 2 years, she was like, I want you just to go back to the orthodontist because I don't like the way this looks. Your teeth shouldn't be that big. I don't want you giving Wallace and Gromit. She said that in the different words, or those are my words. And I was like, but she sent me whatever. So now going back to the orthodontist for Invisalign, here's what the concern is, that she's going to have to take out the bonding to get me Invisalign ready. And now I'm going to have to exist with the spaces, which I really don't want to exist in that space. And it's fine, like if the Invisalign is on, like I guess you probably can't see that well, so that's fine. But I'm worried about like the time between, like when she has to take whatever she needs to take to get my mouth molded. Like she'll probably have to take that off, and I'll have to live in the in-between space of getting the mold done and receiving my Invisalign with the spaces. And that's why I'm in a funk.
Which is about 3 to 4 weeks.
And obviously I'm sitting here like, well, I can't go on a date with that. Okay, I haven't been on a date in the past 28 years. So that's not really like an issue, but now all of a sudden it's like an issue. And it would be fine if I wasn't on camera my whole life.
We can edit
my
it.
whole existence. Yeah, just like put like something over my mouth.
CGI it.
I'm really getting freaked. But yeah, so they should be calling me back soon to schedule my consultation. And I'm just not feeling like really good. But Gabby did some research in the car on the way here that maybe I can keep my fake teeth in.
Yeah, I went straight to Reddit. And straight to Reddit, and they said that maybe progressively they can start taking off the bonding.
Maybe
during
progressively
the
they can start taking off the bonding
Yeah.
during the treatment.
Yeah.
Which is my dream. If I have one dream
It will
in
just
this
like
world,
kind
it's
of
that they could
extend-
progressively be taking off the bonding during the treatment.
Yeah, it'll just kind of extend the Invisalign process.
I don't care.
To like a year probably.
I don't care.
Okay.
Honestly. Like the thought of existing with the spaces, which is so crazy because I existed like that for so long.
Yeah, so I really don't think it's going to be that big of a deal.
It is. I'm not opening my mouth.
Brooke,
I'm not kidding.
I'm
I'm walking
telling
around
you.
with an assistive communication device. I'm not kidding. I'm really serious.
Okay, fine. Your teeth are going to move the first like 3 weeks, so the spaces won't be that bad.
Okay, so for 3 weeks, but okay, 3 weeks of waiting for my teeth to move, and the 3 weeks before where possibly the bonding is removed, I'm walking around with an assistive communication
Okay,
device.
fine.
Maybe my iPad.
Okay. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
look nice on you.
Okay, well that is that. How's everyone doing? Besides, obviously, what you've learned about me today, which has probably put you in a state.
Good.
Good. I've noticed that last episode you started by saying you were off kilter,
Are
and
you
now
off
today you're in a
kilter?
funk. So I think we just need to next episode break the streak, have
Yeah.
some positive news coming in,
That would be
and
nice.
I'm manifesting that for you.
I am too, Kenny. Sorry to start every podcast with a dash of negativity.
Maybe you should do some grounding before you get on camera.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's where you're
Crystals?
barefoot.
Yeah.
And you,
Yeah, stick
Well,
your feet in
crystals too,
grass.
yeah.
yeah.
Just like some breathing exercises, maybe.
You know what makes me feel grounded actually?
What?
When I'm falling asleep is sleeping, like putting my bare sole of my foot on my other thigh, like a fork.
I get that.
Like that, for whatever reason, makes me feel so safe. And like, if ever I'm in a situation where I'm like, if ever I'm drinking and like anxious about like how I'm gonna get home, or like, you know, those nights when you're drinking, you're like, I just don't see how I'll ever like make it from point A to point B. Like, how will I get home? I think about putting my foot on my leg
while you're
in my-
out at a
in
bar,
bed.
you're like,
no, I think about keep my eye on the prize.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm like that. I'll get to have my foot on my leg soon.
I've been falling asleep with my feet rubbing together like
That's
crickets.
called cricketing.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow.
One. It's
Yeah.
like one brain.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Anyone obsessed with anything?
I actually do have one.
Kenny.
It just came in
yay!
moments ago. It was announced that Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd have a comedy movie coming out together. So excited.
That's
Um,
unbelievable.
yeah, and I have very little information about it, but I just got sent the tweet announcing it. So
Tim
watch that
Robinson is.
space.
I think you should leave.
yes,
Right.
yeah, he's one of my favorites. Paul Rudd is like
Paul, you know how I feel about
greatest
Paul.
of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping for good things with that. I think it will meet expectations, but
We're hoping it
that
would
can't come
exceed.
soon enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
that show that Paul did during COVID? That was like there were two Pauls,
Oh yeah, that
and
was
like
like a
it
Netflix
just like
show.
no one. It just didn't stick.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that completely until you just
Yeah,
mentioned
and everyone
it.
was
Yeah.
like so excited about it for a second, and then no one spoke about it.
Yeah.
I remember this billboard.
That's
It was
how-
like he dug him. He was buried alive, or no, that's not it.
Yeah, it's
a
like
fake
an
Paul
alternate.
came out of the ground and started living life as real Paul, but better. He started living Paul's life, but better than OG Paul, I think.
Yeah. That's
never
how
heard
admired
about that
Paul
one.
is that even when he misses, no one mentions it. It's just
Right.
it just goes into the closet
that
and we don't
Is
talk
the
about
only
it.
miss that I can think of, though.
Yeah, right.
That's not his fault.
No.
the
I'm sure he gave
writing.
it his all.
We know.
Yeah.
We know that about Paul. Okay, well that's exciting. Is he Anna?
Is that your full name?
Yeah, government name.
Is he Annika for
Let's
short?
see. I've been reading more, which is good.
What have you been reading?
I started Magnolia Parks.
Okay. How
And-
far are you into that?
Chapter 7.
What are you thinking?
I'm not loving it.
Kenny, I like would suggest you don't even.
Really? Okay, wait. Actually, that's a great segue
Yeah.
because I was notified that my book was delivered on Amazon. Sorry, I know ordering books on Amazon is frowned upon, but I did.
We're just happy you're reading, Kenny.
I'm happy I'm reading
Yeah.
too, and I was notified that it was delivered, and I look at and it wasn't on my doorstep, and I checked the app, and it was left on
Okay.
a stranger's door,
Yes.
and they had a mat that said "It's always happy hour here." So I hope
Amen.
whoever it sounds like it's the perfect book for that person. I hope they enjoy it. I'm gonna have to find a way to get my hands on a copy.
Well,
So
I am actually really enjoying it,
Oh, okay.
oh nice.
but I started taking notes at the beginning, and after the first chapter, my note was I won't be continuing
Yeah.
with the book.
Yeah.
But then, like, come around the second chapter, I was engaged, and now I'm 80% through, and I'm really liking it. And I think what I've heard is that the end is really good. So I'm gonna go from hating it to really liking it to the end being really good. I think it could be a 4 to 4.5 star experience for me. I'm really enjoying it, Kenny. I do not think you'll like it at all.
Okay. Well, hey,
That's just
I
how
mean,
I feel.
I appreciate that. I've read a lot of stuff I didn't like as an English major. You know, you just
Yeah.
have to read everything, and I'm up for the challenge. I'm gonna
Okay,
see
I
how it
love
goes.
that.
Yeah.
My fear was just like making you read something that like is gonna make you not
Yeah.
want to read.
Is there a bailout point I'm allowed to hit where I can like a minimum I can read so that I can
Yeah,
dip
how about you
out?
give it 50 pages?
Okay.
and then
Okay.
maybe read the last few chapters.
Okay.
And you can
It's a
like
really,
spark
like,
notes.
easy
It's
read.
quick.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not like what I admire about it is like it's not trying to be well written.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Yeah.
like it kind of reminds me of like adult click books.
Mhm.
Maybe you would like it, Gabriette.
I don't know. Last year, I had to read something in my English class, and I did not like it, so I dropped the course.
Okay.
So-
Good for you.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Good for-
thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a requirement, so I have to take it again this year.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Something about the Averitt girls. We don't like it. Just gonna go ahead and
Just gonna go ahead and not do it.
walk out the door.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
yeah. Okay, so I downloaded this app that people were telling me to download called Fable, which is like an alternative to Goodreads that already seems like so much better than Goodreads. I wish we could kind of all transition over to it, but I can't really figure out how to work it well. But there's a book club feature. So we have
Oh, that's a pretty profile picture,
Thank
bro.
you. I agree. So we have a Brooke Shelf book club section on my Fable, which is just Lady Efron. It's a picture of me and Jonathan G. I don't really know what to do here, but it looks like people are having conversations on it already, which is great. We can continue to have some discussions there kind of as we're all figuring it out. And then I'll take some of these discussions and ask some questions on Instagram and then recap on the August 16th episode. But almost done. Really enjoying. We'll tell you next week if I liked it or not. And then we'll dig a little deeper. Okay. Here's the thing about Gabriette. She is like normal, more normal than
Oh,
I exist
okay.
as mentally.
okay.
So,
Oh, interesting. Mentally?
yes.
Okay.
You just have had a more standard
Okay.
existence.
Okay.
You
Well, that would be socially.
no, socially I'm fine.
Mentally, we're like,
No,
Both.
I have a different set of. Basically, you're not obsessed with anything. You don't
okay,
have the
well,
type
right.
of
Okay, yeah.
mental illness that would require
Okay.
you to latch in
Well,
the way
I
that I've
latched.
latched.
I've latched twice.
Okay, on real
On real humans.
No, here's what I'm saying.
Okay,
She doesn't
sorry.
obsess over things outside of the realm of reality. So,
That's
for
true.
example, not obsessing over celebrities really, or kind of like the show's characters, whatever.
Well, Matt Bomer was my
Okay.
background.
Okay.
Okay.
She
Brooke
just has a
doesn't want me
normal-
to relate to
No,
her.
I would just say it's like a
Okay.
a stand. You're just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
You're just a.
I'm just
we're
a
all
girl.
just
I'm
girls at
just
the end
a-
of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that you're not a fangirl. You're
Okay.
not a fangirl. That's
Okay.
how I would describe it.
Thank you.
Does that resonate?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
And so when we were trying to think of her obsessed episode, it was challenging just due to not being a fangirl.
Mhm.
So we're going to discuss real life boys because that is at the end of the day what Gabby is obsessed with
This is true.
and crushes and her tier list and stuff like that. Because you
Well,
do have a tier list.
I do
You
have a
do
tier
like
list. Yeah, I
celebrities,
do.
but it's just not in the fangirl
Right.
way. And she's going to talk about some of her real life experiences with boys, maybe because I'm not able to offer that. So maybe that will help some of the listeners too. As
Okay.
Gabby's navigating that
I-
part of
yep.
her life in
Mhm.
college. So that could be fun, Gabrielle.
Okay.
Obviously I'm going to get into some questions for you on that.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to flag that Gabby and I went to an advanced screening of the movie It Ends With Us
Yes.
the other day,
Yeah.
which is, I think, highly anticipated. People are not knowing which way that movie's going to go. I think a lot of people are expecting it to be really bad
Mhm.
and cheesy just based off of like the photos that we've seen on set of like Blake Lively's outfits and just also, I think people judge Colleen's writing for being a little bit cheesy and are worried about how that is going to translate onto the screen
Right.
as well.
I mean, personally,
And also
I
just
felt
the
that way.
themes of the film as well
Going
are
into it.
difficult. So kind of how to do those in a way that is careful. You felt what going into it?
I felt like it was going to be cheesy going
I
into
had
it.
literally like
My expectations were on
horrible,
the
horrible
floor.
hopes.
Yeah, horrible.
You guys. And I do fear that this is going to be similar to what I said about The Family Affair when I was like, that's the best thing I've ever seen because I saw it like in a theater with other people, like premiere energy, and then watched it on Netflix a few weeks later and it was horrible. No offense at all to those in it. This movie was really good.
Best movie I've literally ever seen.
I was in hysterics. I thought it was well done. I
Uh-huh.
love Justin Baldoni, and I think he handles he's the director, and I think he handles careful themes with a lot of love and care.
Yeah.
As he did in he directed 5 Feet Apart or 6 Feet Apart.
5 feet apart.
5
6 feet
feet
apart was COVID.
Okay, 5 Feet Apart. And also that movie Clouds. I think he did a great job with those. I thought this was well done. I thought Blake Lively like killed it.
Phenomenal.
Like there were
No
only a
complaints.
few moments where I cringed, and they were unavoidable cringe moments, like her name being Lily Blossom Bloom and her owning a flower shop. Like there's no way around it. Okay, there's no way around that being horrible. Even doesn't matter how well done the film is.
I agree.
So I was obviously cringing at like those type of things. But other than that, like I was really affected by the film,
I mean, Brooke was audibly sobbing.
gasping
Like,
for air.
yeah.
Yeah. I really am curious to how other people are going to react to that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was more so just kind of shutting down.
Yeah, that's fine. Everyone reacts
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it was nice to have a new addition to the tier list come into play.
Yep.
Brandon S.
And Brooke did not allow me to put him tier 1 because it's too soon.
It is too soon. You didn't even know his last name.
I didn't even know his do you know his last name?
No, that's why he's not a tier 1. It's
pronounce.
It ends with us. Movie.
I have it written in my tier list if you want me to
It's
access.
Brandon
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it's
Yeah.
Brandon Sklenar. It's SKL.
Sklenar.
Brandon Sklenar
Yeah.
played Atlas, and everyone's going to be addicted to him.
Addicted.
Also, Jenny Slate was in it, and she was so good. Like, I think this is the first thing I've seen her in where she's like actually like seriously acting, and she made me cry.
I mean, she was great.
She had a scene that really spoke to me.
Which, I mean, I
The
guess
one
you
at the
can't say
end.
it. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I really like. I'm sure people are going to be mad at me for loving it, but I really did, and I can't deny the way I felt during the film.
I mean, I feel like everyone's gonna love it. Truthfully, I feel that.
Well, people like love to hate
I know.
Colleen, especially. So I feel like people are just gonna
maybe like
do the same thing they did. with the
Okay,
book.
yeah. Well, the people who don't like the book, I guess, but the
Yeah.
people who do
Yeah, if
like
you
the
don't
book are not going to be.
You're not going to like the movie.
Yeah.
But if you do like the book, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I agree.
Does that feel
That's
good?
kind of where I was going with that. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry to speak over.
No, finishing my sentences. It's
Okay.
sisters.
Let's talk about your tier list, Gabriette.
Okay, let me pull that up.
Okay.
Brooke Lennon.
Quick refresher: the tier list is just something that helps me categorize like the different ways I feel about people and how strongly tier 1 being like I'll die if I don't end up with them, and tier 3 being like more normal levels of celebrity crushdom.
Right. So I had a very long tier list from a few years back that I had to go ahead and refine. So right now you're not
Appreciate
going to like either one of my tier 1 people. I just want to let you know.
Okay.
Okay? Because we have number 1 is Morgan Wallen.
Oh, Gabby, that's
Yep,
really, really,
horrible.
really bad.
Yep.
Like really, really,
Yeah.
really, really not
Yep.
acceptable.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And number 2 is Tucker Wetmore, who I know you don't know, but that's going to be another country singer.
What is with you?
I'm sorry. I don't know
when
how
did
to
this
change. Like, I don't know.
When did this start? And I'm not bashing country music. Like there are some pieces that I really love because there is a lot of male yearning in country.
There is.
No one talks about that. But I didn't know that was kind of like your whole.
It's my whole
Yeah,
world
that's your
right now. Yeah. Well, I think because I go to school in the Midwest. I go to Indiana. And my roommate that I had this year is addicted to Morgan Wallen. So I think that kind of,
Is he in jail?
No.
Last
For
I heard,
throwing
he
the
threw a
chair off? No,
yeah.
he just went to jail for a second. Quick stop.
A quick
Quick
stop.
pit stop. Okay. So
Okay.
those are just my my 2 tier 1s. And
we'll work on that, yeah.
So we can go down to 2, starting it off at with Jeremy Allen White. And I feel like that's fine.
Yeah. Kenny,
Okay.
I feel like have you expressed interest in Jeremy Allen White before?
I have, yeah, and I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Did
still
you
does.
watch The Bear?
I did. I just finished season 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking smoky as ever, and they got some nice close-ups,
His
very
eyes.
intimate
I
close-ups
mean, his
this season.
eyes and that Calvin Klein
The Calvin
photo
Klein
shoot.
photo
Yeah.
shoot. I can echo that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Unreal
you.
jawline too.
Unreal.
It's just
Can I?
It's just everything
Yeah.
about him.
I agree.
And he's short and I don't care.
Do you usually care?
No, I guess. But like I really don't care with him.
No, I would. If anyone does, I would say, don't let the door hit you on the way out. you know?
Yeah.
But I don't think I liked The Bear. Like, I think I just was watching it because everyone else was. And I was
Okay.
like, yeah, this is good because everyone says it's good. But it's not. I started
nothing
season
really
2 and I was like, wait,
happens.
what? Nothing happens.
Yeah,
in this
there's no
show.
like it's not really like a story. More
think it's
so
just
like
really good
it's-
acting.
Yeah, yeah,
But like, I do need a story along with that.
right. Like some drama throughout it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I need
not.
a little bit more.
I mean, there's a lot of like depth to it though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
It's-
need a plot.
Okay.
Do you like it? You like
It's
The
my
Bear?
favorite show.
The Bear's your favorite
Yeah.
show? I feel like I'm learning so much about you.
You are. It's so good. It really is.
I agree that it's a good show. And also agree that I need more plot.
Okay. I can respect that.
Yeah. But
I don't agree with
need,
it, but I
yeah.
respect it.
I need to watch the episode that John Mulaney's in. I fear I only have a few more months of being able to like him because his ex-wife's memoir is about to come out.
Oh, I thought
And
you were
I
going
no
to say
longer
because of
and
your
I'll no
teeth.
longer able to be in denial. I'll have to confront reality, I think. No, it has nothing to do with my teeth.
Okay. I thought that maybe you were saying like he can't look at you in a few months. So
No, I mean no one can.
Okay.
Well, I had forgotten about my teeth.
Yeah. I'm sorry to bring that up.
That's fine. They'll be able to progressively. What's this?
Progressively.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Y'all. It'll be a progressive
Okay.
thing. I'm not
Okay.
worried about it.
Cool.
Hey guys, we're taking a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Squarespace. I love Squarespace because it's the user-friendly platform that allows people and business to create professional websites without the need for technical knowledge or coding skills. Whether you're just starting out or managing your growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create, sell, and engage with your audience all in one place. You can start a completely personalized website with a new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprint. Choose from professionally curated layouts and styling options to build a unique online presence, tailored to your brand or business and optimized for every device. Then, easily launch your website and get discovered fast with integrated, optimized SEO tools so you show up more often to more people and grow the way you want. You also have the option to sell content with Squarespace. Just add a paywall to sell memberships, courses, and files your customers can download, like PDFs, music, or ebooks. If you're not looking to sell, try their video collection. Upload video content, organize your video library, and showcase your content on video pages. You can even add a paywall to your content to sell access to your video library. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/OWB to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/OWB to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Hey guys, we're taking a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Quora. There are certain products I always reach for at the store just because it's become second nature to grab them. For example, I always get the same kind of shampoo. You know what I mean? That's a good example I could give you. But sometimes we need changed, especially when it comes to products that we can feel good about for our bodies. That's why I made the switch to Quora. These are period care products that are made with clean ingredients that I recognize and trust. And you can find Quora wherever you shop. Target, Walmart, Amazon, or online at Quora.life. Quora makes comfortable, reliable period care products with clean ingredients, like their cult favorite tampons made from 100% organic cotton. They have a compact, BPA-free applicator, and they're made without chlorine, pesticides, fragrances, rayon, or dyes. Plus, they gently expand to absorb from all angles for worry-free leak protection. I love Quora because their products are super reliable and there's so many options you can choose from. They're super comfortable and I feel good knowing when I'm using products that have clean ingredients. Quora also gives back with every purchase. They've donated over 24 million period products to date. It's time for a change. Make the switch to Quora like I did. Right now, my listeners will get a special 20% off, but only when you visit my exclusive URL, Quora.life/OWB, and use my promo code OWB. It's such a good discount. That's Quora.life/OWB. Don't wait. Get 20% off with promo code OWB at Quora.life/OWB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear my next one?
Obviously, yeah.
Sam Hartman.
Yes.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, but I don't get how he's been. Where does he play?
No. He's in the NFL now.
Okay, but where was he for
He
8
was,
years?
No, he was at Wake Forest,
Wake Forest.
and then he was at Notre Dame
How does
for a
that-
6th season.
How are you doing 6 seasons of college
He was
football?
injured.
But like college, like
It's
you
4
can
years.
do college with an injury.
You can't play sports with an injury.
Right. But why
So
did
are you
they
saying
they-
how is he doing the academic part
Surely
of
he
college?
had graduated college by
No.
then because he was doing the academic piece with his injury.
No. I don't. Yeah, that's actually a great question. Now that I'm
Do you see
thinking
what I'm
about it.
saying?
Yeah, but he just kept reclassing.
Is he has words?
I think they take like 2 credits so that
Oh, they
They're
slowed
not-
him down.
yeah.
You can also like redshirt so that you're
Yeah.
benched, but you're still on the team, so that you save a year of eligibility. And then I don't know if this still applies, but I know some college athletes were able to play extra years because of COVID.
That probably applies.
That
That's probably why
yeah.
he had 2 extra years. 1
Yeah.
injured, 2 COVID.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I mean, it's not like he kept like, I don't think he kept progressing. Like, I don't think he went freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. I think he probably went like freshman, sophomore, junior. So like he never really got
Yeah,
those credits to
okay.
graduate.
Okay.
with.
That feels like a little bit like I would be mad if I were the other team, and you were keeping your player there on purpose.
Well, that's just how sports work, I think.
Okay.
I'm not a great person to
Yeah.
speak on that.
It's like think about Vocal Adrenaline and New Directions.
Kind of like
in
keeping
Glee,
Blaine the entire time.
It's like keeping
Oh, well, he's
Jesse St. James
Yeah,
on Vocal
yeah, yeah.
Adrenaline. Because,
Wait,
that's
did-
what I'm thinking.
Did
That's,
Blaine
which isn't fair.
Did Blaine switch to
New Directions?
Yeah, at
of
the end?
course.
Okay, that's what I
Not at the
thought.
end in season 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember when he
sorry.
sung It's Not Unusual?
It's scary that I've watched this show through like 3 times and I can't remember.
I can't remember like the order of things really. But
I can't remember a single plot line.
Yeah,
So-
there's too many. That's why.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
The
Anyway,
next-
I would feel comfortable with Sam Hartman playing Reese from ACOTAR. That's something I'd feel comfortable with.
And I can't speak on that.
I know. Do you feel like you'll be able to speak on that eventually?
No.
You're not going to read it?
No. Like there's no part of me that has any
Here's the thing about
desire.
Gabby.
Oh God.
I tell her it happens every time without fail. I tell her, I'm obsessed with this. Consume it. You're going to be obsessed with it too. She puts it off. She doesn't do it. Years go by. Then she's like, I'll give it a try. Then she becomes addicted to it. And it's like you wasted so much time being stubborn.
Okay. And
That's what I'm saying. Read it now.
I don't want to. So if I read it now and I don't want to, it's going to be like class last year. I'm going to drop it. So let me take my
But
time.
I said, do you think you'll read it ever? And you said no.
Okay, well, that's how I feel about it right now. Specifically right
It's
now.
going to get spoiled for you.
Okay, and that's fine. I don't want to read
It
it.
won't be as good of an experience.
But you do this too because I was addicted to Matt Bomer in 8th grade.
I
And-
never, ever said anything along the lines of I'm not interested in Matt Bomer right now. That's never
but
come
you
out of
never
my
picked
mouth.
up the addiction as well.
Because I wasn't watching White Collar.
But you could
You
have
didn't
watched
even
it at
say.
that time.
You didn't even say watch White Collar. You didn't
Okay.
even. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Next.
Okay.
Okay.
You're fine.
Next.
Obviously, I would have watched
Okay.
White Collar if you had suggested.
No.
Yes.
False.
Okay.
Okay.
I obviously would have. And okay.
Wrong. Okay. The next 2 are like the next 2 are pretty basic.
Okay, that's fine.
Timothy Chalamet,
Sure.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I am aligned with
Yeah,
that.
like I don't even need to
completely.
explain those. Then, Brandon Skolnick.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Brandon Skolnick.
Yeah.
That
Brandon Skolnick.
GWS goes
Yeah.
without saying.
As well as Justin Baldoni.
Yeah, I actually am shocked at how much I love Justin Baldoni.
Well, Justin Baldoni was on my original tier list as well because I watched Jane the Virgin.
Right. And I did try to watch that because you told me because I listened to your suggestions.
Yeah. Okay.
I tried watching that. That kind of show stresses me out when
was
it's like
so
there's,
good.
there's 2 good choices. Like you
Right.
could go either
get
way,
that.
and I can't. I don't want anyone
I do
getting their
get
feelings
that.
hurt, and my feelings were getting hurt.
Well, when I read It Ends With Us, the first time I read it, I imagined Ryle was Justin Baldoni the entire time.
didn't know that.
Yeah. And so when he came out as director, I freaked out.
I didn't know that, Gabby.
Full freakage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good foresight that you had.
Thank you. Just Atlas didn't have a clear picture of Brennan Skolnick.
It was nice to get Brendan.
It was
Skolnick
really
in
nice.
in the brain piece.
It was really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the last one on my tier 2 list, and I'm not completely sure how you're going to feel about it.
Okay, I'm excited to hear.
Tyler Cameron.
Not for me
Okay.
personally. He's not my type.
Okay.
So he's not on mine.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, you know my experience with
I
Tyler
do.
C.
Well, you
You guys know my experience with Tyler C. When I went
Zero
on that
grav?
zero gravity plane experience and threw up everywhere, He was right there. He was a sweetheart. He was a sweetheart, seriously.
Well, my
Wow.
favorite thing about the zero gravity experience, this doesn't have anything to do with Tyler Cameron.
That's fine.
Was that when you when you went to fly home, you didn't have your ID, and he said, "Where is it?" the security.
I didn't have my ID when I got to security to get on the plane the next day after zero gravity.
And she said, "Shoot, it's in my flight suit." She said, "Shoot, it's in my flight suit." She had left in her flight suit from zero gravity.
I didn't remember. I had forgotten I needed my ID to get on the zero gravity plane too. So I let the TSA agent know that my ID is in my flight suit right now. So they let me on the plane without my ID.
Oh wow.
And she had she had one expedited to home.
Yeah, and then my
So
friend
she could fly back.
sent one. It was easy.
Well, you also
It was-
ordered one. So
Yeah.
then you had two.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all good.
It's all good. You're good. Okay. Should we go to tier 3?
Yeah. How
How
many
much-
are on your tier 3?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, that's a good amount.
Okay. I'm like ashamed to admit that Harry Styles has moved so far down on the list.
Here's the thing. He's at tier 3 for me too.
Like how did that happen? He was on my 16th birthday cake.
I know. I completely am aligned with that. It's just one, he gives us nothing.
Nothing.
He really gives us nothing to work with.
I have no clue what he looks like anymore.
It's not even that. It's just like I have no idea what he's like anymore.
Yeah.
Like no social media, like really, really, truly giving us nothing,
Nothing.
like hiding, which is as he should, protecting his peace.
Mhm.
But it's hard to connect with someone who's not really. And when he's not touring, we have no access.
Yeah, he's in hiding.
Yeah. So I think
So,
that's
hibernation,
totally why.
kind of.
Yeah. That's called being dormant.
Yeah.
When a crush is dormant.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's a dormant crush.
Yeah.
But at any point in time, he could
Flare up.
flare up.
Yeah.
Yep. He could even flare to
He
1.
confront. Yeah.
Okay. Ryan Gosling, because my favorite movie is The Notebook. I don't know if you knew that about me.
I did know that about you.
Okay.
And you know I don't really care for it.
I know that about you.
Yeah.
So he's on there. Evan Peters. Duh.
Duh.
John Krasinski.
I was shocked to hear that.
Why?
I have John Krasinski on mine, but parentheses pre-buff and parentheses. Are you?
Mine's post buff.
I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing post buff.
Post buff.
But like, so you watch you don't like The Office. We
well,
don't
it's-
have anything in common.
We have nothing in common. The issue is that I can't get past the first few episodes of The Office, and I know that those are the bad. Like I
Yeah,
know I have to
season
get
one.
through
Yeah,
those.
you do.
But like when it's on, because you'll always have it on, or Noah will always have it on. I am not mad.
You do.
I
you
used to
usually
be
do have
mad.
something
No,
to
I
say.
used to be mad,
Okay.
but not anymore. I'm not mad anymore.
Okay.
I
maybe
watched
we could try watching it today.
Yeah, maybe. I always watch the clips that are on my For You page.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. It is really.
It's
just
growing
like
on me.
Best show really of all time, and I know that's basic to say, but I do not care. Incredible.
Okay, that's
Incredible.
fine. Would you like it better?
But
than
I'm saying, are you not attracted to John Krasinski in The Office?
Well, I haven't like watched it enough. Like I feel like that's the kind of thing I'd have to be super into his character for. Like I can't just look
Oh,
at him.
really?
I'm not
So-
looking at him off the bat and being like, "Wow, he's so cute."
Oh, I am.
But I think he's cute. Like he's cute.
Have
but
you
he's
seen
not,
It's Complicated?
No, I haven't.
Okay, never mind. That's a
Sorry.
really great pre-buff John Krasinski film, and great film in general.
What was he
I
in
feel
A Quiet Place? Was he in that?
I think he just directed it.
No, I think he was in
in
it.
it.
He was in it
Was
too.
he in it?
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah,
and I think
and-
that's when I started doing Love.
Oh, and he was doing buff.
He was doing buff.
Yeah.
He was doing buff and a lot of facial hair. Scruff.
Yeah, so
Scruffage.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, love that.
Okay,
Okay. Matt Bomer, obviously, duh.
he's 3.
Yeah, because well, he could also flare up, but he was my one for a few years, and now he's kind of gone down, like Harry.
I need you to get into Jonathan Bailey.
I don't know who
You
that
have
is.
to. Oh, let me pull him up for you. You have to watch Bridgerton.
I don't want to,
Oh,
and it's not because I don't
this
want to
is
watch
Jonathan
Bridgerton.
Bailey, Gabby.
Oh, he's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he's in Bridgerton.
Well, he's gorgeous.
And then he's in Fellow Travelers with Matt Bomer.
Okay,
And they're in a-
I'm
they're in
having like a lot of
Relationship.
and that would be really hot.
Yeah.
I'm having a really hard time starting new shows. I'm not
I'm on board
sure,
with
like,
that. It's
if-
only 7 episodes
it's-
or something like that.
I have a lack of motivation.
I do too,
Yeah.
Gabby, for new projects especially.
Yeah, exactly. Finn Wittrock,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on
Yeah.
mine too.
Okay.
But-
In tier 3.
What is he like?
I don't
he
know
was
what
in
he's
American
doing
Horror
anymore.
Story.
That's why he's made it down to tier 3.
Yeah, I don't know I haven't seen him in anything recently.
And then this guy, you're not going to know who he is at all. His name is Tomer Hepone, and he's in shows that are in Hebrew.
You watch shows in Hebrew?
Yep, I do.
For Hebrew class?
No,
For fun?
for fun.
Do you understand them?
No, I have the subtitles on. But it's nice when I can like sometimes understand a sentence or two.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were. What level are you now?
I don't know.
Would you say
Whatever
you're
my
conversational in Hebrew?
No, because my issue is that like at camp, like an Israeli, like this one Israeli came up to me and he was like, I could help you with your Hebrew or something like that. I could never talk Hebrew to an Israeli because I get intimidated. Like there's
What
just
about
no
people
way
in
I
your
do
class?
a complete shutdown.
What about Americans in your class?
Americans in my class, yeah, I could have a conversation with them.
In Hebrew?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
I'm in my third semester of Hebrew, so whatever level that is.
I wish I had continued taking a language. Do you guys speak another language at all?
No, I took Spanish growing up, and I tried picking it back up on Duolingo over quarantine, and I had like a 180-day streak, and I just kind of fell off with it. I never
Yeah.
use it, so I would love to
get
pick it back up, though.
Yeah.
Me too.
You
I
speak
just lost
Spanish.
my Hebrew Duolingo streak.
But my issue, about French. Oh yeah, I spoke about. I just I'm too scared to speak. I took French and I'm too scared to speak it because my accent is
Well,
like Philly ex deaf.
yeah.
My teacher was deaf.
Yeah. Well, I think I actually have a pretty good Hebrew accent because I always learn from Israelis, but like I would be embarrassed to actually talk in it.
Yeah, it is embarrassing.
Yeah. But throughout all of elementary school, middle school, and high school, I switched languages every year. I did
Right.
Japanese, Latin, Spanish.
Because you didn't like it, so you just moved on to the next.
Yeah. Well, also because I had to take a language, but I was so bad at it that like I couldn't continue in because once I don't like something, I completely
Right.
give up. So I couldn't continue. I would have flunked every single year.
Okay.
So I kind of was able to keep switching.
Okay.
Mhm.
I remember your Japanese era.
Yeah. Watashi no name wa Gabi desu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. I
Yeah.
love it, Gabriella.
I love it.
Okay, I want you to tell us a little bit about your real life experiences with. I'm going to say boys because
Okay.
they're boys,
Well,
right?
I
don't
don't
want to say
know if,
men. 'Cause
like-
I don't feel comfortable saying men.
okay. What age? Well, like you're right.
I don't feel comfortable referring to the people that I like as men.
So when does man start?
I guess maybe after 18, but I don't feel comfortable.
But when do you feel comfortable kind of referring to them as men?
Maybe after in their 30s.
Okay. And that's really late to
Yeah.
be considered a man. Like
I just-
super like, so am I a woman?
Yes.
Okay.
And I would consider you a woman at 13 or 12 when
Okay.
we were bat mitzvah.
Okay.
But like Noah, our brother, that's a boy.
Noah is a man. Noah is a man.
I wouldn't.
Noah
I would say
is
he's
on
a
his
boy.
way to have a wife and children.
No, I understand that
And
about him. I
okay.
understand that, but he's still a boy.
No, like not at all.
It's just by looking at. So I don't know. He's still a boy to me.
But everyone thinks looks wise that he's older than you because of the, I guess, facial hair maybe. So I would look at him and think that he's a man.
I don't know. I just don't.
I agree that the people I've talked to are boys. I'm just wondering.
Yeah. It's a good question. It's a valid question. I
Yeah.
don't have like a specific concrete answer for you.
Okay.
It'll have to fluctuate based off of the person.
Okay,
And
that's fine.
I'm going to refer to the boys
Yeah.
that you're speaking about as boys.
Okay, that is totally fine.
Okay.
Where would you like me to start?
It's really up to you. I'm just
Okay.
really curious about like what your dating life is like. Have you had what you would consider a boyfriend?
No.
But
But
have you had what you would consider like a serious, as the kids say these days, situationship? Which, by the way, I hate that.
I hate
Does
that
anyone else
too.
hate
I
that?
hate it.
I've had a situationship that was only 2 months that I was able to spiral into a deep dark depression
Yeah.
afterward for a year and a half.
Yeah, which isn't bad.
Not bad at all. And I'm totally fine with name dropping on here. This is my
That
safe
is-
space.
That is up to you.
Well,
It's a choice.
I just need first names is fine.
Okay.
Just because that's like it's hard to keep track, you
Okay.
know? So
I do want you to know we'll probably get back to him.
and that is literally completely fine.
Okay.
After what I've done in that relationship, this would be the least embarrassing thing. So
Well, are you gonna tell us the
I
embarrassing
don't know
thing
if I
you did?
can because it was so bad.
But like you're admitting to it being bad.
it was so bad and so embarrassing that 6 months after it happened, 6 months after I was completely blocked, I was able to DM him 8 paragraphs on Instagram because I like had to get it off my chest. It was so bad.
You have to get
Yeah.
it off
You
your
had
chest.
to like add an apology
Well,
or a like
it was
closure dump.
it was a combo because it was like an apology because what I did was so embarrassing that it like was bad, but it was also like saying like I'm not. It was also just like bashing him as well.
Yeah, well, you had to.
because he was pretty bad. He was pretty bad.
Oh, God, yeah. Hey, guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Apostrophe. Summer is here, and we're ready to look and feel confident inside and out. It's hard to feel confident at the beach sometimes, in a bathing suit particularly. But you know what? Body neutrality. I don't want to spend all my time at the beach thinking about my body, so I'm just not going to think about it and dip my toes in the water. One of the biggest things that can lead to a lack of self-confidence is your skin. Acne breakouts, rosacea, wrinkles, these can all take a toll on your confidence level. Apostrophe's goal is to help you feel confident in your own skin. Whether you're dealing with breakouts, signs of aging, or acne scarring, Apostrophe will help you love the skin you're in. Apostrophe is an online platform that connects you with an expert dermatology team to get customized acne treatment for your unique skin. Through Apostrophe, you can get access to oral and topical medications that use clinically proven ingredients to help clear acne. Simply fill out an online consultation about your skin goals and medical history. Then, snap a few selfies and a dermatology provider will create a customized treatment plan just for you. Apostrophe offers access to prescription treatments for all types of acne, from hormonal acne to facial acne, and even back, chest, and butt acne. I love Apostrophe because you don't have to leave your house while getting access to an expert dermatology team. We have a special deal for our audience. Get your first visit for only $5 at apostrophe.com/OWB when you use our code OWB. That's a savings of $15. This code is only available to our listeners. To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/OWB and click Get Started. Then use our code OWB at sign up and you'll get your first visit for only $5. Thank you, Apostrophe, for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah.
Are you able to like give us a rough outline of the embarrassing thing that you did?
I don't
And
even
everyone will completely understand that you were in the trenches.
trenches.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like
Okay.
so embarrassing.
You don't have to. You do not have to.
But that one was short-lived.
Do you feel like you're still in that space?
No.
Okay.
I'm so grateful for that situation because I think it taught me a lot about myself and
Uh-huh.
about other people
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
And that kind of stuff.
Those types of things teach you like what you want and what you don't want.
growth experience.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But that was only serious in the way that like a month in, maybe a month and a half.
I honestly don't think
And-
it matters like if you were dating or not, how long you knew the person. Like,
Well, this is why I think it was serious because a month and a half in, he was like telling me that we were like gonna
Gonna get
date.
married?
Not
Oh.
that we were gonna get married,
Sorry.
but he was like, we're gonna be in a relationship
Right.
eventually.
eventually. But he
Eventually.
wasn't ready right
You're kind
at
of
that
you're
moment.
the first girl that's made me feel any type of way.
Wow. Quote.
Any type of
verbatim.
way. Quote. Well, you know, I have every single,
Locked.
sentence from him locked in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like pretty convinced, obviously, because I believed him, which
so
is silly.
like that's obviously like it's not like a bad thing to say you're the first girl that made me feel any type of
well,
way.
any type
but
of
the
way.
fact
Like,
that
could you
that's
be a little
like-
bit more specific?
Right.
Also, he
the
said
fact that that's like what we like wow, I can't believe he said that.
he also said, I'm sorry if this changed. Like he said, I don't know if this is gonna make things weird. Like he was like thinking
What?
that him telling me that he like
That he
felt some
likes
type
you?
of way for me.
Right. Like
Yeah.
men used to like jump in front of swords for women. They
Right.
used to duel.
No, yeah, he
But
was
he's
like,
feeling
I'm
some
sorry
type
if
of
this
way.
makes it weird.
He's
but
not
I'm
even able to say the way.
No, he can't even say the way,
Yeah.
and he didn't even want to tell me in case it made things weird. You know? So
yeah, I do.
So I was convinced
God
we were
forbid.
going to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
And then actually 6 days after we're going to be in a relationship, I really like you. He was he was moving 2 hours and 6 minutes away. Okay.
Okay.
And so I
Okay.
was kind of taken aback by the fact that he hadn't told me that he was looking to move. He kind of was just like, help me look for a house. And I was like, huh? So he was like, I'm moving away. And I was like, well, what does that make us kind of? And he was like,
Yeah.
well, we're going to be in a relationship eventually. Like you'll come see me on the weekends or
Right.
I'll come home, like whatever. Like we're going to make it work. I really like you.
And
Yada,
that's,
yada,
that's
yada.
the definition of if he wanted to, he would.
Right.
Right.
So about 6 days later, haven't heard from him for 3 days.
That's sweet.
Have not heard from him for 3 days.
And were you feeling like it got to the point where it was too long for you to reach out? Like,
no,
why weren't
I
you
had
reaching
reached
out?
out.
He didn't answer you.
No. So well, it was like weird because we were talking like consistently throughout the day. And I hadn't heard from him in like 7 hours. And I thought that was really super weird.
Yeah.
And then he ended up like texting me and he was like, sorry, I've been busy. Like something like that.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then the next day, he like never even like responded to me being
So
like,
you were
okay,
kind
no
of like
worries.
waiting for his
Yeah. So then the
text.
next day I still hadn't heard from him. And I was like, so are you super busy or like you're not really interested in me anymore? Like it's totally fine. I would rather kind of just know. And he was like,
This was after one day of not talking?
well, it was something was like
You could
something was
tell.
really wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also had a nightmare the night before he stopped talking to me that he was on Tinder. And
That's how you met him, right?
that is how I met him, which should have maybe been the first red flag. I had a dream that he was on Tinder and we were like exclusive, which doesn't really also make any sense to be exclusive but not dating, but that's fine. So I had a dream that he like re-downloaded Tinder.
Yeah.
And so that was making me pretty nervous.
Yeah.
And then he stopped talking to me. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, shoot.
The combo.
Yeah.
Ladder.
So then I was like, can you just like end it if you want to end it? And he was like, I'm really stressed out right now. I'll text you tomorrow. So then I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, well, he's just like dad, actually. I went to dad for some reason. That's how down bad I was.
You must have been in literally
I was in
the
the
level
trenches.
below trenches.
Yeah, I was
You were in
below
the
trenches.
underworld.
I was in the underworld.
Yeah.
And I asked dad and dad was like, oh, well, clearly he's just stressed out about something else in his life. Clearly he's kind of just stressed out
Oh,
about
well, clearly he's just stressed.
he's just stressed out about something else in his life and he'll reach out to you. Okay.
Because I could also see our dad doing
The same thing.
that, just
Yeah.
telling some girl who's like, what do you feel about me? Him being like, I'm stressed, and thinking nothing of it. Like,
Nothing.
thinking that's a completely fine
Completely
response.
fine response.
Yeah.
So then the next day he was able to reach out to me like he said he would. And it said, hey, so I've been taking some time to think about things and I think hanging out will make it harder for the both of us when I leave. His idea to stay together, but totally fine. We can still text, but I'm going to be on a pretty busy schedule.
That's nice of him
It's
to,
really nice
to be able to
offer.
SMS.
And then also, I understand if someone else comes up, just keep me in the loop.
keep him in the loop.
Keep him in the loop.
Okay.
Okay?
Not a big ass.
Not
Just
a
keep him in the
big,
loop.
nope, just keep him in the loop.
Yep.
No worries at all, literally whatsoever.
Yeah.
So then I was able to respond and be like, totally understand that, you know, it's in your best interest to stop talking. It'd be in mine if we just like actually never spoke again. 3
Good
weeks.
for you.
Thanks.
That being said.
3 weeks later, he was able to reach out. And then I was able to drive 2 hours and 6 minutes the next day
You had
to visit him.
Yeah.
And then I think from there, things kind of took a downward spiral
Yeah.
very, very fast. And
That's an intimate moment to drive 2 hours and 6 minutes.
and I
for
was actually
someone.
able to drive 2 hours and 6 minutes back the same
Yeah,
night.
exactly. Oh, the same night.
Yeah, the
Okay.
same night because I was like, this was a bad idea.
Okay.
I didn't
Well-
say that to him. He
Okay.
actually had fallen asleep and I said, bye.
Okay.
And he said, huh? And I said, I'm going to go.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I went.
And then shit hit the fan.
Should hit the fan. Well, also, right after he had kind of texted me to end things, I was able to spiral over his Instagram. I was in his tagged, looking at every single post, and so I was able to find out that he was hooking up with a girl while we were together. So I think that's kind of what made me spiral.
Wait, in between the it would be in our best interests to
No, no,
not
no.
talk and the going to see him, or after the going to see him?
No, before the going to see him, and I still went to see him.
Okay.
And I did not let him know that I had seen that either.
Oh, I've done that before where you're reacting to something that you know, but the other person doesn't know. And
Know
it's
that
like
you
they're
know.
like, you're crazy,
Yeah.
but you're like, no, I know something.
That you, yeah,
but
that you don't know.
I can't give you
Yeah.
security clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what was happening.
No, Gabriette.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you survived that.
I really didn't. I made it out by the thin of my
The
my
thin,
little
the thin of your
thin of my little
the thin of your
the thin of my teeth. You know. So
Yeah, but you lived to tell the tale.
I did.
hmm And now I feel like just like as your big sister and an outsider and somebody who like didn't talk to boys in college, like you're navigating the dating space in college in a healthy way.
Well, yeah, I thank you. I
Yeah.
agree with that because that first situation tip taught me a lot.
yeah.
So I was kind of able to realize I needed some more respect and
Good
a
for-
relationship.
yes,
but
you
I
do.
still did find myself in a 5-month situationship second semester.
Well, that's like normal. He wasn't like you didn't. It wasn't the same thing.
it was worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
hmm
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was worse.
Okay. Would
Because he was
okay.
more so like when he was getting drunk telling me he loved me.
Okay.
Yeah, which was like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would be like, so can like we be in a relationship? And he'd be like, no. So then I would be like, let's go no contact. And then like we'd be talking again in 3 weeks.
Right.
And that would happen
yeah.
like 5 times.
If
Yeah.
at all possible, to stay no contact next time.
Well, I actually, so
Maybe.
it ended when we got home
Yeah.
again. And I have no intention of.
You need some sort of like app on your phone to enforce a no contact.
Yeah, that would be, maybe you should make that. That's kind of genius.
I have so many apps lined up, Gabby.
That's genius.
Yeah.
Well, I think we were just like not speaking, but it's very interesting to me because I mean, I'm technically the one who ended it, but I ended it because he didn't like me. So like, I feel like he's kind of the one who's
I think
like,
that is something that men ex-boys do, is get the girl to break up with them.
right.
So
Well,
they're
so
not the
I was
bad
able
guy.
to end it with him, but then he keeps liking my friend's Instagram posts who he does not follow and like liking my comments on their posts.
Oh, so he's trying to reach out
He's like,
subliminally, but
he's
not
like being
subliminally.
very petty. So then
Yeah.
I went ahead and just figured, you know what, I'm just going to block you on Instagram.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. And I also, this time I was able to block his number too, which
Good
is
for you.
crazy.
Good. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Let's keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep up the
Thank
good
you.
work.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
You're welcome.
I really do appreciate that.
So, since you're doing really well
hmm
with dating, clearly,
Obviously.
and I didn't tell people about my new therapist.
You didn't tell me about your new. Oh,
Yes,
oh,
I did.
Oh, oh.
Actually, he's not even a
Yeah,
therapist, and
that's
it's a man, which is really scary and out of my comfort zone. And he's out of the box. Like he's not a therapist, a traditional therapist in the sense that I have been to. Like I've not experienced anything like this. He doesn't live in this country. It's phone call, not even video call.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's a phone call, not video call, because he doesn't want me to be distracted by looking at him. And so I'm looking at a shared Google Doc. I'm looking at myself. Like I'm looking at what's being typed about myself. Like, you know how therapists take notes and like you don't get to see them.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to see all his notes and like add to it, which is also good because then I remember what happened each session. Because
Right.
usually I like kind of black out. But he is an emotional coach, and we're doing some brain remapping, and we're trying to reboot the software system. I think it's going to be, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I think it's going to be good. Honestly, like I think
I think that's great. I
have
think
some sort of
that's
breakthrough.
actually not jinxing it. I think that's kind of
Like,
putting some positivity into the universe.
And this is the manifestation space.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think my emotional coach might work. He said we had like our first call last week, and he said it usually takes 6 to 8 sessions because it's not like a long-term thing. It's like 6 to 8 sessions, as I said.
Wait, and then after the 6 to 8 sessions, are
I'm
you
actually
good
doing-
for the rest of your
Gabby,
life?
I'm actually doing 10 to 12 due to the more severe case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after your 10 to 12 sessions, are you completely cleared, or is this like a once a year you're going to have to go back? Do you know?
I don't think I'll be like completely cured, but I think it will be like a lot easier to manage, and then I could always reach out. It's kind of like open communication.
Right.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So now that I'm being rewired and you are doing no contact, we are able to offer people some advice.
yes.
Because some people wrote in, they're having some things that they need advice on, and Gabby and I are happy to help right now.
Happy to help.
Okay. You want to pick some or should I?
You go ahead.
Okay. I'm struggling to get over a man who ended things because of distance. We live 2 hours apart.
Yeah. That was, yeah.
Yeah. Walk
Yeah.
us through that. What would you say?
I would say don't reach out is really what I
No
would
contact?
say. No, complete no contact.
Because if he wanted to, he would. 2 hours is
2 hours
nothing.
is literally nothing.
Yeah.
And also, TJ, my situation, my
Yeah.
first situationship, has a girlfriend now, and she lives like 6 hours away.
Yeah.
So you know,
I would cut that off if
Yeah,
possible.
I would.
Oh, they already did cut things off, but she's just struggling to get over it.
okay.
I don't know how to do
Well, you
help
have to
that.
actually, something I've realized is not just like block his number so he's not going to text you. You have to block the Instagram so you don't look at him.
And
That's like
Yeah.
crucial. That's the crucial.
it really is so true about time healing all wounds,
Mm-hmm.
despite how annoying that is. And the only way to like let time progress is to, I think, do a complete cutout.
Complete
Because
cutout.
when you're not doing the complete cutout, it's like my Invisalign probably. It's like if I keep the bonding on,
Yeah.
progressively, it will probably take longer. So you need to
That's
rip the
actually
you
really
need to actually rip
beautiful.
the bonding off of your teeth right now and just go full throttle, so
throttle.
that your teeth will be fixed in 6 months.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Time heals all.
yeah. Wow,
That was beautiful,
Awesome.
Brooke. Awesome.
definitely awesome.
Definitely awesome. So now are you going to take your bonding off?
No.
Okay. Awesome.
This is good. Thoughts on texting a guy and reaching out first?
I don't mind that.
I don't mind it really either,
Okay.
as long as it's like not consistent, like not that.
Agreed.
Just as long as you're not the only one reaching out always. Like, it's great to not play games and just reach out when you want to reach out. Like, find someone that makes you feel comfortable reaching out when you want to
Agreed.
reach out.
Agreed.
Because like that's the worst feeling. It's like, oh, I want to text this person, but like I don't want them to think I'm like too eager. No, find someone that like will be excited to hear from you, and it's just like you're not playing any type of game.
Completely agree.
Really, that was good
great,
advice.
Brooklyn.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel agreed.
Okay.
I feel agreed to that.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, seeming to be attracted to only fictional men and celebrities. Please help, Gabby. Do something.
No, that one's for you.
Well, how would I help her?
I don't know. I have a crush on Kovu from The Lion King.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, she's maybe a fictive sexual,
Okay.
which is something I've learned about from TikTok, which is fine. Yeah, I do think, which I've learned in therapy, like it is a coping mechanism. So it's up to you whether you want to get to the root of it or not. I think a certain level of it is completely fine. Like I'm a fan of escapism, always have been, always will be. It's just when it gets to the point of like actively interfering with your ability to like meet someone in real life.
Yeah. Did she say only fictional characters?
Unfortunately, seeming to be attracted to only fictional men and
characters.
celebrities.
Okay.
Please help.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe it does sound like maybe it's gotten to the point that it's affecting your life. So
Well, this is what I
can't
was
hurt to
saying
go
to
to therapy.
you. I was saying to you yesterday that I have to stop watching like romance films, because it's just, and you said not to put this in the universe, but it's just not realistic.
yeah,
I'm
I said not to
sorry.
put that in the universe.
Yeah, it's not. And so
we don't know that though.
I have a feeling that like
We don't know.
I have a feeling that no one's going to build a house for me, and like
We don't know that.
many
Don't say
years
that.
down the road, when I'm trying to get married to someone else, I'm going to find him in a newspaper ad, and
You don't know this.
he's going to have built the house for me.
That might not happen, but something adjacent,
Okay.
something emotionally adjacent to house building.
Okay.
So I don't feel comfortable saying that.
Okay,
that
I'm
romance
sorry.
movies and books aren't
It's
real
just
yet.
not. Okay.
I don't feel comfortable.
It's fine. No worries.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, go to therapy. I think that's totally fine. Yeah, I
think that's fine, too.
endorse. I think that's something that therapy can help with. I don't know. How do I find a boyfriend and make sure he's normal?
I don't know.
One, I obviously don't know how to find one. Two, normal. Like I don't think he has to be normal. Or
No, he just has to treat you
Yeah,
the way you want to be
maybe-
treated. Maybe
yeah.
like in my notes app, I have a new set list of standards
I
that
do
I'm
too,
willing
Gabby.
to accept. So, that will help.
Yeah, write out your list
Mhm.
and then maybe you could kind of hold him accountable to that list. I don't think he needs to be normal. Like he can be fun. And
Mhm.
although there was this one girl that wrote in and was saying like, how do I like guys and romanticize their weirdness just by like saying their quirks. So like this guy was wearing leather gloves on their first date and it was like hot. And she was like, oh, how cute and quirky. But now looking back, she was like, no, that's weird.
That's weird. Yeah.
So like maybe like that kind of weird. Flag that.
Yellow flag.
But like another
There's
kind
beige
of weird.
flag. There's
yeah.
green flag, red flag, beige flag.
Although is wearing leather gloves in the heat a red flag?
Brooke. So put it as okay. So put it as a beige flag then.
Right.
What's maybe something like in between beige and red?
Orange.
Orange flag.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
I would just keep an eye on the weirdness and figure out, okay, am I romanticizing these quirks and they're actually really weird, or am I like thinking that they're too weird and they're actually just cute little quirks?
Right.
Don't know how to help you there, actually, really.
Okay.
Can't tell if I'm in a situationship or relationship. You're in a situationship.
You're in a situationship. Yep. If you are confused, you are in a situationship.
I completely agree. How long is too long of a talking phase?
over 3 months,
I just feel like when you feel like it starts to be.
when you start to get confused.
Yeah. I think when you're starting to ask the question.
I mean, definitely over 3 months, though, in my opinion. Like 2 months, maybe. Like a situationship for 2 months is like you're gonna lose 10 pounds, and your nails are gonna fall off.
Yeah, and your hair's gonna fall
and
out
your hair is
too.
gonna fall out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, 3 months feels really long. But
yeah.
also
So
even
2 months,
just
two,
like when
2
you
to 3.
feel like you're starting to wonder,
Mm-hmm.
what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do I forgive my boyfriend of 3.5 years for kissing another girl?
In the relationship?
I think so. Read Magnolia Parks.
Are you saying you think so?
Maybe that will answer it. I'm being so serious. That's like what it's about.
Well, I would be curious to hear what his reasoning was behind that.
Right.
Like, was
I
it
guess
like
it's
he was at a bar and like super drunk, or like what?
I
like-
guess for me personally,
Yeah.
I don't think it would matter what the reason is.
Okay. I get that, but I would.
It's tough though, because it's like 3.5 years.
Yeah, I think it would
like,
matter at that
I
point.
guess you're right.
Maybe she complimented his leather gloves.
Yeah,
maybe.
It just sparks flew.
it could be.
Yeah.
If it was like, I don't know, if there was any feeling attached to it,
Yeah,
that would be-
I agree.
that would be
Yeah.
the issue for me.
But
if
like
it was
also like,
but I think I would actually not be able to get over
Yeah,
it
me either.
regardless. And I would hold it against him for the entire
probably,
of our
which is like
lives.
super not healthy.
Yeah. Couples therapy, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Oh, this was the girl with the leather gloves. Sweetheart. Hope she's doing okay.
What about like the 8 that you skipped over at the beginning?
I didn't like those.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Brookie and Gabriana. I've been talking to this guy for about 2 weeks, have a debilitating crush on him, and he told me he wasn't looking for anything serious, but he's talking to me like he really likes me. How do I make this man my boyfriend?
I get it. You
No,
don't.
You don't.
And
you
something
listen
I'm
to you
doing-
listen to what he says.
So usually actions speak louder than words, but in this case, you really just got to listen to the words coming out of his
Right.
mouth, which is something I learned this past
yeah,
semester.
I completely agree.
I was able to start a list in my notes, and it's a scroller. Like you really got to keep scrolling of all the things that he did that upset me or hurt my feelings.
and by he, this is a specific.
Oh, the one that I was
Man.
my 5
Boy.
month situation. Boy,
This is a specific boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was doing.
Did you present him with the list?
No, I would be like upset if he actually found out I had it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really quite ready to talk poorly about him
Okay.
yet. But I just wanted to like keep myself, on like guarded a little bit
Uh-huh.
since he was telling me that he didn't want a relationship.
I think that's
even though he
good.
was telling me he loved me when he was drunk,
Yeah.
like he still said he didn't want to be in a relationship. So
Right. I think you listen to that piece.
yeah, you do.
Because
You really do.
They're spinning facts.
Yeah.
I fear.
They are.
Unfortunately. Let's do one more.
Oh,
One more for the books.
all right, let's go.
I hooked up with my guy friend a couple weekends ago while we were hammered, and he told me he loved me. Have not spoken a word of it since. Do I even say something, or should it just be deleted from our records? Parentheses, I do not love him, but he is a king, so I need to be sweet. And parentheses. I fear I'm deleting it from the records. But I don't know if that's good advice. That's just what I would do.
Wait, she doesn't like him.
But
I
he
would
said,
delete. Yeah,
I
delete.
love you.
Deletion.
Do you agree that in that case, like drunk words are sober thoughts? No, Izzy, tell us more about that.
I don't think so because like I feel like with something when you're drunk, you like just like love
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So like I can't confidently say like if I was drunk, I said, "Oh my god, I love this person."
Yeah.
I don't think I do. I think I just like that current feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
also-
no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not to be devil's advocate, but because he's drunk, he might have the courage to finally say that to her.
Yeah,
It's-
I kind
I
of think
really
I
is
more so
either.
agree with that. Well, I'm just also not the person that like feels love toward people when I get drunk. Like I actually want to like kill a bunch of people.
Really?
More so. Yeah. Like at frats, if someone touches me, like
Oh, well, God forbid.
Please do not do that.
I agree with that. But usually
get
I'm
very
loving
angry.
people. But I
don't
don't
feel
agree
that.
with the blanket drunk words or sober thoughts because I've said things that I'm the next morning, I'm just like, what?
but there was I
and
feel like
dumb
there's
things,
always
I'm just like, that's
I feel like there's always some truth to it, even if it's not like
no.
maybe
I
not.
don't agree.
Okay, sorry.
'Cause I just am speaking from personal experience.
Okay.
I've like thought somebody was cute and like kissed them, and then the next morning it's like I'll just kill myself. Honestly, that would be easier. That'd be easier than facing the facts.
Yeah, but you're not going up to him. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah. And I would be like, it would be someone like, let's say it's someone I knew before.
You would go up to him and say, I have feelings for you?
No, but I would be like, I like you. I don't. I think I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you didn't like them at all?
Yeah. I would say that if I was drunk.
Okay.
If I like didn't like them at all. I just everything changes when you're drunk. You're in your brain. So I would like someone that I don't like when I'm sober, or hate someone that I love. I've told like a friend that I don't want to be their friend anymore. I told Tristan I don't want to be his friend anymore when I was drunk out of nowhere. Like completely unprecedented.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I love him to death.
Right.
One of my best friends.
Yeah.
I would be devastated if he wasn't in my life. But I got drunk and like mad at everyone. Said, you don't want to be your friend anymore right now. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's just from, I don't think you can blanket statement drunk words or sober thoughts.
Okay.
Any who's a what's?
All right.
Do you guys have any advice on any of those that we kind of glazed over?
Yeah, I think you just need to find someone who you're comfortable with. Like, I think the advice of
key.
like, if you're confused, it's not right. Like, don't try and make it make sense.
I agree with that.
Completely. That's what I can't say that because it's an ongoing investigation.
Yeah. Mom
Okay.
said,
Don't
if it's
talk
real,
about
do
it.
not talk about
Okay.
it.
Sorry, I can't say anything because it's an ongoing investigation. I can't say I have an ongoing investigation too, by the way. So can't talk about my. No, I
Wait,
don't really.
what were we talking about then?
I
Huh?
can't say it because it's an ongoing investigation.
But then what are you're, huh?
I also have an ongoing investigation that I would want to talk about.
Yeah, what are
I'm talking about your ongoing
what's
investigation.
my Oh.
What are you talking
I was
about?
talking about your ongoing investigation.
No, I was talking about your ongoing
Oh.
investigation.
Oh, you can't say anything about
That's
that.
what I'm saying,
Wait,
'cause
what
it's
were you going to say,
ongoing.
though? It's fine. Just very vague.
Very vague. I was gonna say you're talking to someone now where you're like, you don't have to like think like, oh, is he into me? Like, oh, can I text? Oh, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that
because
is
you know
nice.
that he likes you because he's super nice and forthcoming.
Yeah, which is
Which is
new
really
and exciting.
nice.
We're not really actually talking, though.
Right.
I wouldn't say we're talking at all, but
You're
it
communicating.
might go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's seeming to be different than the others.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Brooke's really liking him,
I really am.
which is like unheard of.
it is
really unheard of.
Well, they were terrible to you, so I didn't like
yeah.
them.
Really random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like this one. This is a sweetheart, dude.
Sweetheart. Fucking sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't really talk about it because it's an ongoing investigation.
Yeah. It really is ongoing investigation.
But we'll keep you updated.
You never
once we close
finished
the case.
looking up Tomer Capone, and I was just curious if you think he was
What's
attractive.
it? Tomar?
Tomerka. Yeah, there you go.
Oh no, I don't think I'm really. He kind of. I see what he looks like. Timothy Chalamet a little.
Okay.
But
Wow,
I would have to
I love
see,
him.
I would have to see him in action.
Okay. Well, look at can you go to the one underneath? Yep. That. No. Yep. Wow.
That like just upon first glance, me
Yeah.
looking at this image, and my body's not reacting in any way.
Okay.
But I'd have to see him in action.
Okay. No worries.
Yeah. Oh, Gabriette, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Brooklyn.
Anytime. Thank you guys. Love you all. Join the Magnolia Parks book club group on Fable. And is there anything else?
August 16th is when we'll talk
August
about it.
16th for discussion. And I will see you then.
Yay.
And also before then, too.